Dear investors, I know you had too much faith in my idea to revolutionize the concept of music and designing a beat pad. I came up with a concept when I was 18 and couldn't afford a guitar. I thought about millions of others who were just like me. Thus, the idea of making a handheld device which could play almost any instrument through conceptualized hardwares came into existence. We had great development phases and beta testing, but don't know what went wrong with the product and why the customers were least interested in such an ingenious concept. I could see a glow on their face when they saw the demo on YouTube, but when the product was finally revealed, the glow turned into an utter disappointment. While I cannot guarantee you any return on those $100 million, I hope God will help you get that money back from other joint ventures. From heaven, failed entrepreneur. Dear entrepreneur, before I asked the collection agents to recover the money from your leftovers, I did think about what went wrong with your idea. While I was thinking, I got a call from Marcus saying that your leftovers were only worth $1,000. Somehow your organs were badly damaged and they could not be sold. It was at that point when I realized that everything about your concept was great, except the pricing. A person who cannot buy a $300 worth guitar won't buy a $2,000 worth beat pad, and nobody wants to play all the instruments. Next time, maybe think about your products and don't waste our money with stupid concepts. Yours faithfully, Anal Investors. P.S. If you meet someone named Mark, tell him his kids are doing fine. The most ruthless, brutal, and hellish investors present. So you think you can start up? Everybody wants to be a billionaire or a millionaire or a person who wants to be associated with an idea. They all want one thing, to be a founder of a startup. But what does it take to come up with an idea? Do all the ideas already exist? If yes, then should you bother with another one? Let me answer this with a very simple trick. Think about a mobile phone which you haven't seen. Does it look like this one? Or like any of these? See, a cell phone is an imaginary idea everybody has, but when brought to reality, it means over 7 billion things. Each person, if asked to think about an unseen entity, will think of something different than the rest of human population. This is why each idea is different. Now think on a real-world scenario. If you had to build a coffee cup, how would you do it? This right here is the birth of an idea, and how you implement this decides the fate of your startup. But what exactly is an idea? To answer this question, we will answer the question, what is a job? All the billions of human beings are doing something, right? What is that something? We call them doctors, lawyers, drivers, farmers, caretakers, cleaners, salesmen, executives, CEOs, etc. But what are they all doing? They are either solving a problem, selling it, or supporting it. In simple words, each job can be categorized under 3 segments: solution, marketing, and support. You either solve a problem, help in selling it, or provide support after it has been sold. For example, doctors treat patients. Hospitals market these doctors, and the staff provide support to you. Similarly, farmers, lawyers, and everybody is doing something. And right here, an idea pops. Each of these 3 things is a solution, and you can build a startup around anything in these 3 categories. Let's see this chart. You can have various ideas in support segment itself, but you need to build it, then sell it, and later provide support to your customers. Think about hospital staff. If you build an app for hospital staff management, and if they buy it, you will need to teach them how to use it and provide support for it like bug fixes, customization, etc. So you just found out that you are supporting the support staff of this hospital. Where does this lead us? This answers the question why ideas are born and how startups should approach the development, marketing, and support phases. But first, try to think which category can you deliver to. Remember, none of these bring low returns or profit because one cannot exist without another. So when you think about choosing a field, think about your interests and not money. You will make a ton provided you work smart. For me, I had to come up with something too. And right in front of you, I will build a system where startups or individuals can come up with an idea and build it. A community where we will focus on teaching, building, cost-cutting, and various solutions to your problems. But before I build it completely, I will take you through each and every step involved in this startup. Usually, when a person decides to start something, he has following questions. 1. What solution do I develop and how do I develop it? 2. How do I reach my customers? 3. How do I provide support to them? 4. How do I name my solution? 5. How do I grow my startup? In a series of video, we will cover all the above topics with a unique approach, which is 1. Identifying the problem. 2. Finding possible solutions. 3. How to keep your costs low with these solutions. And 4. How to avoid any trouble and stay safe. Now let's talk about the main concern of this video with this approach. The problem we have is you don't have an idea or a solution. Maybe because you don't know where to start. You are scared of losing your money or scared of failing in general. But most of the times it is this. Can a limited liability corporation have an interest-earning deposit account with no age maturity? Did you understand the question? Of course not, and that is why I wrote it. People want to build complex things, thinking that users will use it and this will generate revenue, and to do this they need serious investment. They couldn't be more wrong. In last 5 years or so, over $300 million or more have been lost in startup funding. You need to build your deep understanding about simplicity and not money and complexity. So what is the solution to it? Think hard on the 3 segments I told you about: solution, marketing, and support. Try and read about as many jobs as you can, and do not differentiate but collaborate. For example, I go to gym almost 4 to 5 times a week. I recently noticed that one of the weight bars had a sponge protection cover so that when you rest the bar on your shoulders, you do not hurt your back. It looks like this. Now do not make this complex and say this is exercise. How does this relate to any solution in general world? As I said, learn to collaborate subjects to find unique solutions. That sponge provides resistance to force which can damage you. Keep thinking on this and you come up with various things. 1. A sponge on pen or pencil to protect your fingers from hurting. 2. A sponge on keyboards to provide a nice pad to rest your hands. 3. A sponge on side of mouse to provide comfort. 4. A sponge on your remotes, utensil handles, or anything that you hold or press against. This gave me an idea to build a sponge protection for coffee or teacups. You know, for those who do not provide good resistance from heat. Now a world of question appears when I have this idea. Should I invest in it? Will people buy this? Can I make a fortune from it? Has anybody ever built anything like this before? I Googled but couldn't find anything like it. So let's say I stick to it. Now remember our unique approach of teaching you. Problem, solution, cost-cutting, and safety. We have a problem, hot cups. We have a solution, sponge handles. Now we need cost-cutting and safety routines, and we are out there. To reduce the risk of failure, we first test waters. First, hold a cup with different things to find out which material would work the best. A piece of cloth, sponge covered in cloth, rubber covered in cloth, naked rubber sheets, etc. Now after you find it, go for small-scale production of these units to test the samples. Hire local workers and ask them if they can build you something like it. Remember the basic features of this product. 1. To protect hands from heat. 2. One should be able to remove it and use it on any cup. 3. Should come in different colors as it everybody would want matching designs, etc. Now I would want something that would work like a reusable Band-Aid but with different size and material. After you have your samples, try to calculate the total cost per product. Let's say that it is 50 cents. Now price your final product with a little profit like 75 cents and sell it. During this entire procedure, you notice so many things. Someone can help you, 1. To come up with better material. 2. To find cheaper laborers. 3. To build better designs. 4. To save cost on better adhesives. 5. To reach more customers. 6. Ordering online and foreign deliveries, think e-commerce. 7. Managing your returns. 8. Filing your taxes. 9. Making ads and reaching new heights. 10. Protecting your ideas from being copied. Each one of these solutions is somebody's startup venture who can help you and can make or break your business. This is how easy it is to come up with an idea. People often advise you to do market research and to target customer problems. While I do not say that it is a wrong approach, consider following situations. 1. YouTube was founded with an idea to share videos. There was no urgency for it, but look at it now. Similarly, Facebook and other startups created a need rather than depending on already existing need. Just because a solution exists right now does not mean you cannot change it. There is just one basic principle behind solutions. It should be something that you yourself would use if faced by a problem. But what really makes or breaks a startup is the founder's skill set. What you yourself are capable of doing decides too many things about your business. It also helps in reducing the cost of basic operations. Think about Microsoft, YouTube, Facebook, Dig, Squidoo, Google, etc. There is one common thing among all the people you know from these companies. They can code. Does this mean you should know how to code? Nope. But you should be a part of the workforce involved in the solution. Let's talk about our sponge handle for coffee mugs. I did came up with the solution, but what did I myself do about it? To be successful, I should either 1. Possess knowledge about materials and their heat conductivity. 2. Possess skills to hire the best labor force. 3. Market the product from door to door. 4. Build a website to reach customers. 5. Or at least manage the people who would do all the above things. If I cannot do anything, then the chances of me failing would be high. This does not mean that my solution was a failure, but I failed to make it a reality. In short, no matter what you want to build, you need to possess some skill other than the idea itself. This also helps in reducing the costs. Imagine if I can build and sell the sponge handle myself, how much money I will save. Now let's talk safety. Do not copy stuff randomly. Because of severe competition, we have several copyright laws, especially in countries like US, UK, etc. Before you decide to copy somebody else's solution, make sure you either modify it or consult a lawyer. Besides, uniqueness is always the best selling point. If you are still wondering about what to do, then think in terms of major 3 segments: solution, marketing, and support. And remember, it is a cycle. Keep reading on it. For example, I am good at instant support. I read all the online communities where people sell or buy stuff. Be it books, softwares, gifts, or clothes, people want instant support because their money is involved. I read complaints like staff does not answer call on time, there is no agent on live support, etc. To solve this, I came up with another idea. Provide support through all instant messaging apps like Skype, WhatsApp, Viber, etc. Now all that remains is to package it under a name and begin selling this. But for now, I will focus on my Startup Bull venture. This is all you need to know regarding ideas in solutions. In our next video, we will learn how to name our idea and reach customers with a brand name to raise interest from day one.